Alright, I believe we're back.
Yep, back in time to see this beautiful level 9, and we did get a silvers pickup for Special K along with that Triforce 8, so I did not skip them. Well, that's so useful in more ways than one. A, useless information. B, Zelda shutter door. So we have that information. So now I just need to find Ganon.
Yeah, we're an hour in, just getting into 9. Already have Zelda located, so it might end up being real quick once we hear that roar. Yes, definitely thank you to the SpeedGaming staff getting that back online for us. That was some frantic work.
Shoutouts to the 1 hour, 1 minute wood sword find. Kind of knew where it was at this point, but always funny. If you want to know where level 6 was, Spectacle Rock was the answer. Roar. Which door is it? Try north, or we gotta find a way to the east. Nope, north it is.
All right, 1 hour, 2 minutes. Here's Ganon in Ganon's room again. This has been a theme in this tournament.
And we know Zelda will not be in Zelda's normal room. Accessible from the north ruins that whole idea.
Haven't been counting the hits here, but can't be that far off. Maybe one more. There we go.
The recorder was eventually grabbed in the process of routing through the overworld.
Yeah, that's right. Freedom Fighter. There was a world wrap to grab the recorder, and it was all while the Triforce and Go was happening. Here we go. Get your GGs in the chat for Ganon's Gone Wild. Gonna move on to the bracket round. There should be a tiebreaker coming up as well. But Special K looks like they're gonna find themselves in the last chance qualifier.
Yep. So again, key to the seed was in fact a interestingly shaped key. It definitely impeded for the longest time Special K's ability to get through. I believe we are joined by Ganon's Gone Wild though.
Hey, GG.
Yep, GG's.
GG's.
Thanks.
On advancing into the, I guess, tiebreaker to see who wins the group now.
Yeah.
Probably heard a little bit of it as you're entering the room, but the level 4, the last room dig, is pretty much what changed everything for you and kind of accelerated your run.
What was in there again? Is that the any key?
Yep, the any key allowed you to start opening doors. It has stopped Special K in 2 dungeons completely.
Yeah, I mean, at that point I was starting to get key blocked a lot, and I went and actually bought 2 keys, and then I basically just went and found the any key. I'm like, oh, well, I mean, honestly, at least I found the any key. I'd rather have it than the money.
Yeah, we discussed the good old meme of buying keys to generate the any key find. But money really wasn't a huge obstacle given how easily accessible first the red candle being free, and two, helped give you a little bit of extra combat early, since the wood sword was all the way up on Death Mountain East, so just now found it probably 5 minutes ago on your opponent's side, and then right after that, red ring, so that took out the need to go ever think about buying a blue ring.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the early red ring is like really, really nice. I mean, I'm sure for the experts it's like not as critical, but it's still probably nice. But for me, it's like, cool, I can play the game now.
Yeah, it's fuel to the fire, at least, as far as speed goes, if nothing else, just because you have a little bit of liberty. Maybe not in that level 3 with the path with all the whiz robes in the way, but in most other dungeons it just allows you to run through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, I guess you had a bit more of a fortunate route early as well to the Take Any 1 caves, which allowed you to get the white sword. I want to say it was at least a good 6 or 7 minutes difference.
Yeah, definitely. Special K didn't end up going back there. Well, actually did end up going back there on 1 fewer heart and couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, that's always a bummer.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a difference in some of the items, but there was a point, I think Special K had found the ladder a few minutes, probably a good 10 minutes before you had, and but it didn't end up making that much of a difference. All it was really doing was blocking the Triforce in 2, and it didn't seem like the ladder was super crucial. And by the time you had gotten it, you were, I think, on your way to almost cleaning up a lot of the rest of the seed there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was key locked in 1, and it was just behind one of the key doors, and so I left to go buy keys, and then I was like, let's do 4, and then I'm like, oh, but let's just save so that we can key some, and then for some reason I thought saving would bring me back to the front of the dungeon, and then I had to walk all the way back, and I was like, oh, I guess it doesn't work that way. But then I found the any key and went right back to 1, so it just all was very nice in the way that it was laid out.
Yeah, I think the Gomos were the only thing that were kind of trolling either one of you at any point. One kind of taunting you in the Triforce room, and 2 with the ladder block, and then again in 4. Worth noting, Bomb Afraid +5. For a second there, I was going to say Special K ran out of bombs on the level 5 screen and had to leave it behind, and it looked like for a moment was going to go without checking it, but is walking back that way now. Again, he should know that he has access to all dungeons at this point, given the raft was not required via hint at the other hint shop, so knows that thanks to having the power bracelet and the recorder, that it's all pretty much good to go. Not going to get the express route though in this level 5, wandered to the east early. I think the book also probably played a little bit of an impact. I don't think it was as big as the any key, but certainly it was making life a little bit more difficult to find all of the bomb walls and routes around in these dungeons.
Yeah, the book and the any key both are just like really nice to have for dungeon routing purposes.
Another fairly useless hint at this point. Perhaps matched only by the level 9 hint next to the shutter door and the obvious. That was a nice unintentional clip as well. That's basically pan clipping there, except clipping into the block. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some of these, depending on the channels and such, and crews, if we can see some of these specific tiebreaker matches that determine seeding, because I think there's going to be a lot of close matches within that.
Yeah, I would expect the tiebreakers to probably be pretty evenly matched, and so yeah. But it is nice to at least be in a tiebreaker where I've already made the bracket.
For sure. And if I'm not mistaken, it's against Tabby Orange, who, if I'm right, you won that race as well, right?
Yeah, I won that, but it was like a very close race
close.
that came down to like silvers. I found silvers and he didn't, and so.
Yeah, I believe I remember that one, but I've been watching so many of these. They're all kind of a blur at this point.
We find the transport first. Unfortunately, this does not go on the direct path to the Triforce. I think probably going to be kicking themselves here in a couple moments. Here's a Goma, creeps on Death Mountain. We have access to left guaranteed. That hit would have actually been a little bit helpful for you, I guess. I mean, you're running out of options, but level 6 was outstanding. And again, you didn't have the raft hit as far as I knew, so you didn't know that potentially you were already in go mode once you had the recorder and the power bracelet.
Yeah, I wasted a lot of time looking for 6. I should have just went to Death Mountain immediately since that was my most amount of entrances, but I like had completely forgot about that for a little bit, and then I was like, oh wait, I need to go over there.
We have a pretty good chance of a bait block somewhere in here. It's most likely here, or will be left forever at 6. I don't think this seed is going to be too much longer, though, once Special K does find the bow in here. It should just be zooming, because we've seen 4, we've definitely seen 3. Got key blocked like 3 different times in 3. That was the worst run of luck. There is the bait block that was kind of foretold, given that there are 3 old men and 5, and we had only seen 1, I believe.
Yeah, 4 is going to be quick because the bottleneck is the Triforce room, so it's going to be kind of forced to go through there. Yeah, it won't be long to clean up. As long as... okay, never mind. I'm not going to jinx it.
Yeah, I mean, 4 is not too difficult to get to the Triforce. 3 is probably the most difficult Triforce left. But plenty of hearts, plenty of combat ability with White Sword and Red Ring. Don't think it's going to be that brutal.
Yeah,
and
without
7 keys, I actually think you just burn the key there just to save yourself a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably a little bit gun shy given the key blocks early, but you kind of have to think that you're going to run out of key doors that you have to burn keys on soon. We are going to get the old men too.
That's right. I unfortunately sometimes get that same feeling with keys as I do with potions in other RPGs, where I hoard them, and I know I'm gonna use them later. I'm gonna use them later. I know I'm gonna need this later, so I don't want to use them as much as I can avoid it. And then I just end up at the end with like a pocket full of potions that I just never ended up using. Feel the same way with keys sometimes, where I just try and hoard them, and then eventually realize that, like, no, you know what, I should probably be using these.
Yeah, not every game allows you to print money in keys, like some.
Yeah.
Special K. Now I'm going to get the information that this is probably where my opponent started yet. So I would guess, let's see, if we're at 115 and change, I would guess probably 122, 123. It's probably the exit. Oh, another main handle. Probably not thrilled to see, given the manhandle in the T room that trolled pretty heavily. But this one's pretty easy. So yeah, level 4 I think was south of the desert. Level 3 is pretty close to the any road next to the White Sword Cave. So a couple of ways to go about. Maybe go to 2 to get to 3.
Yeah, if you're trying to be as quick as you can about it, 4 is right next to 9.
Yeah. Your other option for 4 after you get the Triforce in 3 is to probably just fluke to 1 on the south coast and walk up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's all over for Special K in the last chance qualifier either. Definitely felt like this was less about ability to get through the seed and more about the order of operations and finding some items that make it easier.
Yeah, it definitely came down to just a couple of little differences that if it had just, if you had gone north instead of west out of a room, you might have finished a dungeon way quicker, or not spent a key and got a little bit further and found something a little bit quicker.
This room's being fun in this room. I think if it were me, again, just would think about maybe trying to reset the room with red whiz robes and just be in the south door hiding for the most part. So maybe a spot to look at for later. Get the look at the item here momentarily. Normally would just pass, I think, but 2-heart scenario is a little bit dicey, especially when you're going to get chased by some red landmos when you get out of here. Oh no, just run through this. This is scary.
Oh! Got it, but now you got 1 heart left. Oh yeah, this was the one with the gels. That's right, okay, good. Sigh of relief there, I'm sure.
Yeah, wasn't super close to dying. Still had the half heart to play with, but definitely probably a room I would have sprinted hard. I would have been like,
yeah.
Question, Chad, about time to shoot for in the last chance. It's all seed dependent. I mean, again, I think you just gotta go with the strategy of let me get the free items I can get as fast as possible, and worry about Triforces after the fact. The whole goal is to take as little time as possible to get to that point where you can accelerate your run. And this one hit early with the White Sword being 5 hearts in an easy enough location, and the red ring also being free, but there are other seeds where red ring's locked away in 9, and you don't have any money, you have to make decisions. So I think the runners that advance are probably going to be the ones that focus their items over their Triforces and just try and zoom.
Definitely going to take that to heart myself, because I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Whether I always look forward to races, though, win or lose, it's always so much fun. It's a great community, and if you're ever feeling like getting involved, something like this is definitely the way to go. Everybody's definitely eager to teach you everything they know. It's great.
Special K picking the right direction immediately. Pun intended, of course.
Yeah, definitely the right move though.
I don't know that there was a real easy way to get north on this side. I felt like it was kind of blocked in at least one room, but I didn't see all the bomb walls tested. I just saw mostly just taking open opportunities. I believe Ganon is in 9 column and like 2 further up, roughly, before you hear the roar, 3 up to get to the room itself. Might get a chance to see a little bit more of 9, pending the direction chosen. Feel like this was kind of a linear up path. Of course, proving me wrong instantly. Not very useful hint, old man.
Oh my goodness, another turnstile room, and it was just a dud. It looks like Pedantic Potato wants wants Ganon's Gone Wild to start running again.
Well,
Everybody's over here from SpeedGaming too.
Yeah, gonna have to get Gamchu on it. Get a student whipped into shape and back racing.
Oh man, don't say that name. You'll summon him like Beetlejuice.
He's already been. Wand was in 9 as well, so that was the second fun item in here. Be interested to see if we bomb up or we just take the stair. There's the map. 3
Nice.
maps. There's the heart. Gonna go for the test jerk percent at this point, since it's not really that important time-wise. May have a couple of restreams though tomorrow, so we have a couple more groups yet to be determined as far as the second qualification spots at minimum.
Yeah, definitely a race going on at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's in the Zora group. That's my group. That's going to be determining whether or not I'm going to a tiebreaker or the last chance qualifier, and that's going to be Huff Puff versus Akuhaish. I know there's more than that, but that's the only one I know off the top of my head.
I think it's Night Shifter and Custom going at it, and Califax and Yumi right after that match, I think.
Yeah, it's taking a second for the schedule to come up. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, you're right. Custom and Night Shifter at 8 o'clock Eastern, and 10 o'clock Eastern is Califax and Yumi.
Yeah, Special K. Unfortunately, rerouting in the same location, we bombed both of these. I think just realized that, so off we go picking another direction. I feel like the options were pretty limited. I think you only have a handful of staircases in this little area. Forces your hand at some point. Yeah, you can't go up since you've already been there, so you just gotta take the staircase and maybe get a bomb for good luck. Nope. I don't think you need any bombs from here, though. I think it's pretty much over and done with once you get to the other side of this.
There we go.
The good thing about the any key is you get to choose the right door the first time, because you don't want to burn your keys still, even with this being so close to Ganon. In order to get Ganon to spawn over, you're going to have to go just a slight bit away from the wall, or get a smack when it's closer to Driver and you.
There we go.
Yeah, just got a little bit off of the wall there, and was able to get the consecutive hits without Ganon moving after that.
Yeah, nicely done there for Special K, and we're going to get a time very shortly because we know where Zelda is, and she's right here. There's that door opening. Get your GGs ready. There it is. GG's to Special K3782. Official time of 1:26:19. Going to move on to the last chance qualifier that's going to be Saturday evening. Let's see if we can't get Special K in for an interview here.
Looks like we're inbound. Welcome.
Hi, GG. It's gone wild. Very well played on your end.
Thanks, GG to you as well.
Yeah, welcome, GG's.
So, any idea what the key to the seed was?
So I'm guessing by that you're talking about keys, and I'm going to take a guess that maybe the any key was in 1.
It was in level 4 through the key door to the left of the start, or bomb down into that room.
Oh.
And I understand why you didn't do it early. You didn't have the key to enter from that side. You didn't have any bombs. I believe you were in there with a blue candle and a boomerang, and were looking for push blocks that refused to move.
Yeah.
But yeah, the any key, I think. Somewhere in and around maybe like the 30-35 minute mark, your opponent bought 2 keys and went into level 4, just having the knowledge and having bought the keys at the desert shop, I want to say, or maybe right north of 1, saving and then going to 4, I think was actually what happened. And
my key buying strats were going to the 3, which did not pay off, so I could see how that worked. Yeah. As I was playing towards the end, I'm like, yeah, I can see how this was done in an hour 3 based on what I was doing and how it played out. The bow being very easy in 5 was something.
And bow was the go mode for Ganon's Gone Wild. They didn't necessarily know because you had the raft hint, your opponent did not, so there was potential for a raft to be required. I want to say by default, at this point, it basically has to be in 4 as the second item, or 6 as one of the items there.
Oh, it's the 4 item in 6. It's the first room in 6.
Oh, I didn't even see it happen.
Yeah.
Well, we had a bit of a hiccup as well, so I wasn't paying much attention to it. But regardless, that was the last thing potentially needed, and we knew it wasn't required at that point. So
Yeah, when I was on Death Mountain, I knew everything that I didn't have was up there because I checked out power bracelets. I knew the raft was worthless, and I got everything else. So yeah.
Yeah. It looked like early on you might have a little bit of a shot to get a lead built, given how quickly you found one in comparison and got to the ladder. But the white sword being 5 parts specifically hurt a little bit. your opponent got the take any one that was near the waterfall. I want to say, I think it was north in the White Sword Cave.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that one got Ganon's Gone Wild to 5. You did get a little bit of fortune, I would think. Got the ladder out of 1, then got the recorder, then Recorder Lake ended up being the last one on the overworld, so that ended up being a little boon there. We thought it might be a while before you got that one heart you needed.
Yeah, and for some reason, I like trying to do swordless for no good reason. Like, once I got the red candle and the red ring out of 2, like, okay, I can go like this for a while, that's fine, but we got there eventually, and the white sword, and tried to go through things, and it just didn't quite work out, and that's fine. I enjoyed it. My goal generally is to do these in less than an hour and a half, and I met that, so no complaints here. It was fun.
Yeah. Definitely no complaints about the items in too early.
Yeah.
Nice little red candle to boost your swordless strat, and a red ring to care less about combat.
Yeah.
Well, combat outside of 3. I guess there should be a little asterisk there. But yeah, still got a chance if you're available for the last chance qualifier on the weekends. So forward to potentially seeing you there. I think there are some other ways to participate in that race.
Yeah, I'm going to do what I can, but I may not be able to, and that's fine. I won a match, I enjoyed playing, and that's definitely good enough for me. And thanks, Fury, Be Supreme, Freedom Fire, for the comps and tracking. And again, GG to Ganon's Gone Wild. Good luck in brackets.
Yeah, thanks, GG. And yeah, again, thanks to you guys for doing commentary. And thanks for the restream.
Thanks again to Freedom Fighter as well, tracking behind the scenes. It's a role that sometimes gets left out, and they do a lot of the work so that we don't have to. Alright, Be Supreme, pretty entertaining race. We had a couple of big items that could potentially swing the race. Ultimately, it ended up being the any key that was most likely the big swing factor, given how many key doors were in several of the dungeons to prohibit progress.
Yeah, a lot of key hungry dungeons. That any key definitely was the clincher for Ganon's Gone Wild. Yeah, it was exciting. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed hanging out with you and watching it. I hope you all enjoyed watching it as well, and look forward to seeing everybody next time.
Yep. Potentially tomorrow afternoon was the next chance for a race. If not, tomorrow evening. If you want to get involved in the randomizer, you can hop on over to the Z1R Randomizer Discord. There are randomizers out there for quite a few of the retro games as well. So if you have the itch to kind of replay an old game that you enjoyed, you've got multiple opportunities to go out there and potentially find something that works for you. So definitely an addictive game, regardless of which one you choose. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks to the runners, thanks to the tracker, thanks to the code commentator, and thanks to everybody behind the scenes.